Kenya, we have one approach which is unidimensional. In learning this course, I will add more knowledge to using these different approaches of multidimensional to the one we have.
Okay, in Malaysia, currently we are just targeting the poor based on the income. So I think in the future we should also target those who are poor in income and also poor, multidimensionally poor.
This is very relevant for our NGO. We've been trying to think about how to focus our programs on programmatically looking at which issues to prioritise. So this tool set gives us an opportunity to really strengthen that targeting.
One example from the discussion on poverty reduction is that I think that's maybe the goal for all of the donors in all of their partner countries in development. But then, how do you quantify it? How do you really see, what you are trying to do? Which population groups, for instance, you are talking about?
So again, starting with an example, in Carnaval they said other ministries besides the Ministry of Social Development need to understand better their role in reducing poverty. So trying to have a measure that would help the different ministries that work singly to see their overall effect. And starting to use the measure for evaluations.
The Women's Empowerment in Agriculture Index is a measure which combines two sub-indices, one looking at the 5 domains of women's empowerment and the other looking at the gender parity between the woman and the man in the same household.
I think IFPRI's partnership with OPHI was really good in that sense, because IFPRI really works more on the field and on the ground, and they do a lot of very micro analysis, that sort of thing. But with this new initiative, the Women's Index, I think it's really building also the capacity of IFPRI to maybe broaden the scope of their analysis, broaden the types of dimensions that they're capturing on the ground. So it's helping kind of drive that focus on women's empowerment as well.
Relevance would be from the perspective of having a more informed decision making, and also based on arguments which are really defined so that you can defend them.
is the new measures of great interest to UNDP Malaysia as well as the government. The degree that we could take from the course, the extent that we could get from the course was actually understanding the mechanisms or the measures and how it was calculated, so that we could take it back and see how we can apply that. That's the first part, and of course the second part is trying to find out how we can derive policy out of those new ways of looking at data.